Action RPGs are gearing up for a strong couple of years with ambitious new adventures, fast-paced combat, and expansive worlds on the way. This lineup features some of the biggest upcoming action RPGs expected to make an impact in 2026 and 2027. Let's get into it. Exodus is a sci-fi action-adventure RPG where you play as the Traveler, leading humanity's fight for survival against the Celestials 40,000 years in the future. You take the role of June Aslan, a salvager who accepts interstellar missions to recover celestial remnants. Combat includes monstrous creatures, rival human dynasties, and the Celestials, while using a gauntlet that combines remnants with human technology to unlock new abilities. Time dilation changes humanity across generations. Titan Quest II is an action RPG inspired by Greek mythology where you fight Nemesis, the goddess of retribution, after she corrupts the threads of fate. You battle legendary creatures, combine 2 masteries to create your own class, and unlock new abilities as you grow stronger. Combat includes dodging, countering attacks, and using different weapons, while rituals adjust the challenge and character builds support different playstyles. Phantom Blade Zero places Soul at the center of a fight for survival after he is blamed for his master's death. He has 66 days left to live, and he must deal with assassins, hidden lies, and a wider conspiracy. The game gives you more than 30 weapons and over 20 phantom edges, and enemies can drop their weapons and techniques when defeated. This lets you build different combat styles as you move through the story.
Stolen. So,
Crimson Desert begins with Cliff after a deadly ambush leaves the Greymane faction scattered across the continent of Pywell. You rebuild the faction while traveling through forests, deserts, mountains, cities, and ancient ruins. Combat combines weapons, grapples, dodges, counters, and elemental abilities against enemy factions and powerful bosses. 3 playable characters bring different skills, weapons, and combat styles throughout the adventure.
With many eyes you see my future. With many hands you protect my...
No rest for the wicked begins on the troubled island of Sacra, where a deadly plague turns people into monsters and you fight as a serene warrior. Combat relies on careful attacks, stamina management, and well-timed parries instead of fast button pressing. You can gather materials, cook, fish, and own a house while restoring the city of Sacrament to unlock new services. The Crucible dungeon lets you collect loot and try different character builds through repeated runs.
Ellsworth can't protect Sacrament. He can't protect anyone. A lost daughter returns home. faith and flame at her back.
You shouldn't be here, Sarum! It's too late for fairy tales! It's too late for any of us.
I'm looking for folks to put in a good word for me.
Gothic 1 Remake returns to the Valley of the Mines, where an unknown prisoner is trapped inside a magical barrier after a failed spell. You survive by joining one of 3 factions, completing quests, and fighting dangerous enemies. The world reacts to your actions, while characters continue their daily routines on their own. A modernized combat system adds smoother battles while keeping a careful and tactical approach.
You can get your piece of the cake too. All you have to do is join our camp. Welcome to the...
Welcome back to the station, gentlemen.
The Expanse Osiris Reborn puts you in the role of a Pinkwater security mercenary whose routine stop on the asteroid Eros turns into a deadly lockdown. You create your own captain, assemble a crew, and take command of an advanced ship while dealing with a conspiracy across the solar system. Combat combines cover-based shooting, special abilities, and real-time squad commands, while your decisions influence crew relationships and shape the story.
We barely escaped.
We're on different sides of the semi-ring, but there's a protogen ship docked near me. They're looking for you. It's too dangerous to go straight through.
Easy does it. The station is moving. We can't afford to miscalculate the trajectory. We got this. Otherwise, we're dead. Yes. You all right? 5 out of 5. Just a little bit more to go.
You're lucky the protogen ship didn't detect you. But why didn't you go down the airlock I mentioned?
Sorry, but the situation was way too hot.
Observing the enemy.
Control Resonant will take place in a warped Manhattan, where Dylan Faden fights to stop a paranatural crisis threatening reality. You'll be able to tap into strange supernatural powers and wield a unique weapon called the Aberrant that shifts into different forms as you fight. Character progression lets you develop Dylan's powers in different ways, while battles combine melee attacks, elemental abilities, and environmental interactions against dangerous paranormal enemies.
Do I remember the moment my powers came in?
Fable is about a story of a new hero in the land of Albion, where your actions build your reputation over time. Customize your character and fight with melee weapons, ranged attacks, and magic against bandits, beasts, and mythical creatures. Outside combat, you can buy property, work as a blacksmith, build relationships, and raise a family. Your reputation also changes how people react to you and can influence different parts of the world.
But she stayed away. Does stick in the memory a bit, yeah. I know why you're here. You want to talk about them. They're not real heroes.
You ever seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power, how do they use it? Killing mindless beasts. Fighting petty villains. None of that matters.
Look what the guild shut out.
A real hero knows how to wield power. They don't waste time in trivialities.
You're back, and dressed like a twat.
Got more important things to worry about than vegetables.
A hero knows how to live with their choices.
Oi! What the fuck was that?
Well, I was just...
Just sent my brother into the infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission!
Remorse? Remorse is for the guilty. Look, I will tell you what I told them. Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it. Albion doesn't need heroes. It needs a hero.
You're a monster.
And that hero is me.
You certainly have reasons to hate me. My son.
The Blood of Dawnwalker takes place in 14th century Europe, where Cohen lives as a human by day and a vampire by night while trying to save his family. Two different gameplay loops change your abilities depending on the time of day. Combat lets you fight with swords and magic as a human, or use supernatural vampire powers at night. Time keeps moving with every quest, so your decisions and missed opportunities affect the world around you.
Determination is not enough to cheat your fate, Dawnwalker.
How many innocents did you drain dry? Maybe we aren't so different after all.
Wolong Two Wings of Ember builds its story around the Three Kingdoms, where constant warfare is made even more dangerous by powerful demons. You will master advanced Chinese martial arts that combine offense and defense during fast-paced battles. The game also lets you fight alongside well-known heroes while taking on supernatural enemies across the battlefield in its dark fantasy version of the Three Kingdoms.
Awaken. Phoenix.
Mortal Shell 2 introduces a shattered world where you possess the bodies of fallen warriors known as shells, each with different abilities and combat strengths. You will switch between shells, upgrade weapons, and develop your own fighting style without relying on stamina limits. The connected world includes hidden paths, ancient temples, forests, and more than 60 dungeons filled with powerful enemies, new equipment, and story discoveries.
Devoid of meaning. It is endless.
That's why she made you. To tread the unfound path. This foul passenger, he's the poison in your mother's heart. You must become the cure.
Who goes there? Oh. You look familiar. Can you aid me? I've been waylaid. Leave me. It's my companion. A feline. He's gone. Nothing. Will you look for him? It's an endless pursuit. I don't think I can go back to rousing commerce. If he's been harmed, I don't know what I'd do. Keep an eye out, please.
What's next, Harbinger? You know, once I thought I'd find the eggs, the ova, all on my own. But few remain, and even fewer are unguarded. Come far. Look. You're nervous? You'll get used to it. Now go.
Story short, the world's in trouble.
So what are we waiting for? Let's give Sephiroth the beating of a life.
Final Fantasy VII Revelation will bring Cloud and his companions together for their final battle against Sephiroth as the planet faces destruction. You'll travel across the world aboard the Highwind, choosing where to land and continue on foot. Combat combines real-time action with tactical commands, while party switching, character builds, materia, weapons, armor, and the new fit system provide different ways to prepare for each battle.
An airship and the pride of the Shinra fleet. You'll take to the skies and witness our most expansive open world yet. From the outskirts of Midgard, to the sun-drenched Medial Archipelago, to the warrior nation of Wutai. Simply pick a direction and set sail. But how can you be expected to protect the whole world at once? You'll need to cover ground fast.
I am not jumping. No way, no how.
Don't worry. These parachutes are top of the line. Pull the cord and pop. You'll be floating through the air like a feather.
At any moment in the open world, simply pilot the Highwind to your destination and take a leap of faith. With the wind rushing past, you'll descend seamlessly from the sky above to the ground below. Where will the winds guide you first? That freedom is in your hands. But no matter your destination, to defeat your enemy, you'll need a fighting chance. And that starts with your trusted allies. At long last, with the world teetering on a blade's edge, everyone assembles at Cloud's side, forming an epic ensemble of heroes. Each with their own story that brings you closer together than ever. But a good unit needs more than friendship to save the day. It needs a disciplined combat regimen. The hybrid battle system, established in Remake and refined in Rebirth, is perfected in Revelation, putting even more power in your hands. In fluid, real-time action, seamlessly switch between party members to even the odds. Then, when the fight calls for strategy, enter tactical mode to unleash a suite of powerful new spells and abilities. Activate devastating synergies with your companions. And of course, call on mighty summoned entities that can turn the tide of battle.
I won't return to my coffin until we've put Sephiroth in his.
Vincent is a deft gunslinger, capable of delivering precise, high-yield shots. But there's more to this secretive former Turk than meets the eye. The result of experimentation at the hands of Shinra. Vincent can transform into the Galleon beast at the press of a button, gaining tremendous power while transformed. And when combined with the skills of a certain ace pilot, their high-impact synergies disrupt the fight with ferocious results.
The Leaping Lancer, the Dashing Dragoon, the one and only Sid Highwind!
Sid Highwind, the cantankerous pilot extraordinaire, joins the party and their mission to defeat Sephiroth. Sid's command of his lance allows him to rapidly close the distance for powerful strikes, or engage in sweeping area of effect attacks to bring a whole host of enemies to heel. But to fully control the battlefield, skill with a weapon only gets you so far. To further augment your combat capabilities, try this on for size. Function Integrated Tactical Suitwear, or the FITS system for short, allows you to further customize your playstyle with new uniforms imbued with unique movesets. Alongside your equipment and materia, FITS gives you an extra edge in battle. And to face what's coming, you'll need all the strength you can muster.
Say you're dead.
Sensing its fate hanging in the balance, the planet itself has unleashed its last line of defense. The weapons. Ancient beasts that are larger than life and capable of untold destruction. Will you be enough to stop them before it's too late? As the world is torn apart, you and your friends must unite. In Revelation, we come to the thrilling conclusion of the Final Fantasy VII saga, and your mission is clear. Take up your Buster Sword, equip your materia, and stand together. One last time.
These skies belong to me! Hope you're ready!
Nioh 3 brings back its dark samurai setting with an alternate Warring States era overrun by bandits, yokai, and deadly battles. You will change instantly between samurai and ninja combat styles using different weapons and techniques against powerful enemies. The open field includes dangerous villages, supernatural threats, and the mysterious Crucible. Mastering fast attacks, special abilities, and smooth style switching will be key to surviving each encounter.
It's my kind of night.
Clockwork Revolution revolves around Avalon, a steampunk city where time travel can change both its past and future. You will play as Morgan Vinette, customize your character, improve skills, and build steampunk weapons and gadgets. Time-manipulating abilities can be used during combat, while your decisions change characters, locations, and events across different points in history, leading to different story outcomes.
Even my schemes have schemes.
Me, I prefer to make it up as I go.
Morgan! Oh, you'll have better odds getting through without me.
Everyone knows you're easy pickings for someone with any sand.
Then give my regards to the Sandman.
Cheap rubbish.
A corpse in hand is worth two in the grave, as they say.
Look at the bloody airships. We're not here for you.
Not here for me! I'm Anne fucking Darrow!
Time to lay our hands to mischief.
We've been preparing to rob Griswick's vault for months now. So put in the heist tonight, yeah? Morgan, get to that crane to lower the ship.
Greetings. I am the Miracle Industries auto-loading crane. If you have the authority, I am at your service.
What happens if I fired a few holes in you?
The lift is now unlocked.
Ah, defeat! How sad. You were all doing so well.
Do you expect us to go quietly?
Well, I certainly don't expect any trouble from some of Avalon's most disposable citizens.
Hello, frightened human. I can get you out of this. You've just jumped about 25 years back in time. This place, on this day, is ripe for changing the course of history.
This life ain't one for granting easy choices, but I just found a way to control the past. Change who's in control. Make things unfair in our favor. Brought you a little toy with a big mouth.
What a proper little villain.
A better villain than you'll ever be, you decrepit old soak.
The pimp, the plod, the priest, who do we like the least? Oh, it's different how they do ya, the ways they stick it to ya. And when they're done with chucking it up, oh, downstairs, well, they're all gonna screw you in the end.
Nothing's ever given to folk like us, especially not the future. But this time, we've a chance to steal it. What more can an honest thief ask for?
Stairs, well, they're all going to screw you in the
Take it in. The warmth of the fire.
Outward 2 builds its gameplay around survival, where careful preparation is as important as combat. You will manage hunger, thirst, exhaustion, weather, equipment, and backpack weight while traveling across Aurai. Combat supports different weapon combinations, magic, traps, and skills, letting you specialize in up to 3 classes. Every defeat has lasting consequences, making planning and resource management essential throughout your adventure.
Sacrifice and harness the power of magic. Soon, there will be no limit to what you can achieve. Huh. Well, at least you're still alive. Now dust yourself off and get back out there. But this time, maybe bring a friend. This summer, venture outward.
Lords of the Fallen 2 takes place in Thorngar, where darkness has spread as the realms of the living and the dead begin to merge. You will battle enemies using fast Souls-like combat with melee weapons, ranged attacks, and sorcery. The Umbral Lamp lets you move between both realms to discover new paths, treasures, and dangers. Online co-op also allows 2 players to progress together through the shared campaign. Valor Mortis begins in an alternate version of 19th century Europe, where a former soldier returns from death after a deadly plague spreads across the continent. You will fight using first-person Souls-like combat built around parries, dashes, finishers, and different weapons. Supernatural powers can strengthen your attacks and unlock new abilities, while each defeat helps you grow stronger. The story combines historical figures with horror as you uncover the truth behind your resurrection.
If you had within you power, terrible and divine, to destroy your enemies, break their will, would you have the strength, the resolve to wield it? within reach, could you sacrifice everything? For your country. For your empire. For your emperor.
して死なず、獣はいつからか輪廻の獣と呼ばれるようになった。
Beast of Reincarnation will pair Emma and her dog Ku in a post-apocalyptic Japan, where they work together to face powerful enemies and uncover hidden truths. Combat combines real-time action with turn-based elements, letting you control Emma while giving commands to Ku during battles. Skill trees, gear, and spirit stones support different playstyles, including ranged, stealth, and aggressive combat as you take on powerful bosses.
Your rivers will teem with frogs. They will come up into your palace and your bedroom and onto your bed.
Path of Exile 2 returns players to Rayclast, where a spreading corruption threatens the land and its people. You can choose from 12 character classes, combine skill gems with support gems, and create different builds through a massive passive skill tree. The campaign features hundreds of monsters and bosses, while the endgame adds new areas, powerful crafting, difficult encounters, and co-op for up to 6 players.
Character dedicated to one single-minded purpose: more frogs. Behold, the Frogmancer. I'm Evan, and welcome to Build of the Week. To use the frog, we must first understand the frog. Dodre's Undoing is a lineage support gem, meaning we can only socket one of them, but that's okay, because we only need one. This support gem works on curses, turning the curse into a ground effect that curses everything that stands on it. More importantly, it spawns witch toads. So technically they're not frogs. I apologize to all the herpetologists in the audience. Frogmancer just has a good ring to it. Anyway, these frogs explode when they leap into enemies, generally ruining their day and dealing chaos damage. By default, you can have only 4 frogs per area of cursed ground. Yuzo saw this limitation and considered, but I want more. There are only 2 real ways to scale this skill: the gem level of the parent gem and limit increases. Let's talk crafting, starting with our gem levels. As mentioned, the Frog Explosion, which by the way is called Dark Consequences, has a skill level equal to the parent curse it's socketed into. Yuzo has maxed out this parent gem to a whopping level 40. We could use any curse here, but Elemental Weakness is the preference because it has all the elemental gem tags. This means that increases to any elemental skill will apply. The perfect unique for this is Sun Splinter. This unique shield has increases to all the elemental skills, 6 levels in total, and with a lucky corruption, we can get it to 7. The next step is a carefully crafted wand. An excellent rare can get us +5 to an elemental skill type, and a new rune, the Hedgewitch Jassandra's Rune of Wisdom, can get us an additional level. Yuzo notes that you can get even more out of this wand by using an Omen of Sanctification. Just be careful, because this could brick the wand and just make... never mind, that's good enough. If we take the Vertex, corrupt it, and use a Vile Cultivation Orb, we can get a nice bonus to curse skill levels. After that, if you still need more gem levels, they can be rolled in our amulet or attained on the Prism of Belief unique jewel. So, our frogs are strong, but how do we increase our FPS, our frogs per second, or depending on your taxonomy, our DOT, our damage of toad? You'll notice that limit is actually a keyword. You know what that means? There will be a way to take the mechanic and rip it apart. This ribbit limit applies to the number of cursed grounds we have, ordinarily 2 at once, and the number of frogs per cursed ground, usually 4. We can get an easy +1 to both limits with the overabundant support gem. Next we can get another +1 from a mod on our wand, crafted using the new Runebinder's alloy. And lastly, we can get +2 from our ascendancy, the Stormweaver. Actually, this node is the whole reason we're a Stormweaver at all. Yuzo notes you can also use the Idol of Aldern unique amulet for a further +1, but it depends on your priorities. You might prefer a rare amulet to shore up your... Just kidding, our priorities are more frogs, let's slap that bad boy in. With all this together, our army of frogs is ready to commit war crimes. The rest of the build is designed to make this experience as smooth as reptile skin. Yuzo is using windscreen, boots that make our curses apply instantly so that our frog factory fabricates faster. Wearing these, we can hop over here and grab Whispers of Doom, which lets us apply an additional curse. Usually this would slow down our curses, but this downside is completely mitigated by the boots. For the additional curse, we're using Despair with Blasphemy to reduce our enemy's chaos resistance. As if a storm of frogs wasn't chaotic enough, this all works well with Cosprey's Will, a chaos-themed body armor that's perfect for the build. It gives us an aura that inflicts Wither, increasing our chaos damage. It also makes the Wither stacks and our curses have infinite duration. Once we set up our frog factory, we'll keep forging frogs forever. As you can probably tell by now, this isn't exactly the fastest build at clearing maps. We're a slow, lumbering, amphibious assault vehicle. However, this build is excellent at bossing, where you can place your summoning circles and simply watch as the boss meets total annihilation. Yuzo notes that this build pairs well with a party, with some other build that's fast at clearing but slow at bossing. The curses it provides are a nice boost to the damage of many build types, and thanks to your body armor, your frog children will continue to spawn, perhaps literally, even if you croak it. The dream, really. If you want to look like a swamp witch, I'm wearing the Crocolisk body armor and gloves. The Wendigo character effect covers us in purple-grey markings, while a Vanishing Die and the Djinn boots let us show off these striking patterns. Oh, and if you want to treat your toads to a little snack, chuck on the Defiler's rare finisher effect for extra maggots. Thanks to Yuzo for putting this build together. If your build is feeling like just another frog in the machine, try something new and check out their build guide in the